So Paul, do geographical context now as an overlay with some funky map. This part of the Somerset and Dorset was a branch, 1876-ish or 1872, one of the two, just, yeah, maybe. Hi, I'm Paul.
I'm Rebecca.
So, of all the videos that we've made and all the places we've been in the last 4 years or so, the abandoned railways, the abandoned canals, embankments, the cuttings, the tunnels, the old Roman roads, the ancient roads, all the different things we look at, there's one particular place which we love and we would come back to if we had the choice. So today we did. But we did so for a specific reason, because something significant has happened right here. So this is the northern branch of the Somerset and Dorset Railway, and I'm getting deja vu. It ran from Evercreech Junction up to Bath and gave Midland Railway their connection to the south coast at Bournemouth. Now today you find us at what is probably an area no more than 1 square mile. And as you've guessed it, there are a lot of hills here, so let's pop in the railway and let's pop in one of each of the many viaducts and tunnels along this line. Did you like my graphic? I just did.
Yeah.
Yeah, great, wasn't it? So welcome to welcome to northwest of Shepton Mallet, where the Somerset and Dorset branch, which became a lot more than a branch after a while, travelled. So we're heading down into the valley just to our right, but I don't know if you'll be able to see on camera, I doubt it, but to our left is a huge valley, I don't know what the valley's called, and it's full of fog or mist, and it's extremely beautiful. So as we precariously scale the side of this quarry face, some of you may recognise that we've been here before. Well, indeed we have, but more recently we've had some news that something quite significant has changed here. I made it down the quarry, Rebecca. We're now almost in the middle of this weird landscape. So it was probably about 4 years ago that we did our first every disused station. Do you remember?
Yep.
And our first every disused station was the Somerset and Dorset Railway. So we popped along to every single abandoned station on the Somerset and Dorset Railway.
We did.
Now, with that, we decided that another video would be quite cool to do would be every viaduct and every tunnel on the Somerset and Dorset, which proved quite tricky because we spent, well, I'd say almost a day filming here because there was so much to see.
It's fascinating.
And if you recall that video, you'll note that we didn't actually get into the Windsor Hill tunnels, which are just up there. Forgetting how much of a trek it was from the top of the hill down through the quarry to possibly the most beautiful viaduct in the country, not because of its size or immenseness, but because of, well, let's show you. Now just through here in fact, look at that, good timing, is what I believe are old dynamite stores for the quarry that we just walked through. So 1, 2, smaller one, bigger one. This one here, I think, oh, actually both of them are double lined, which I think kept it cool, which would make sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and dry.
And dry.
Yeah.
Coolest thing, someone's cut steps into that little valley. That was very steep, and last time we scaled it down there, even in the summer, found it quite slippy. Oh yeah, look, Rebecca!
More water this time of year as well, look at this.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Alright.
Oh, look at that.
Splash in there.
So when this branch of the Somerset and Dorset was built up to Bath, it was built as a single line, 1874. Perhaps they didn't envisage that much traffic, I don't know, but it was built as a single line. 1874, and if you want to know the differences in the technology then, well, 18 years later, in 1892, they double-tracked it, and of course everything had to be doubled. The tunnels, which we'll come to very shortly, 1874, viaduct engineering, 1892 viaduct engineering, and you can see that throughout the whole of this viaduct, and of course a lot of the other infrastructure, at least along this branch. Right, should we go to the main event?
Shall we?
We need to get on top of the viaduct first.
Okay.
Right, we're going that way now. We're heading back towards the way we came, which is east.
Yep.
So we're heading back towards Evercreech Junction, where the line of this branch began its journey. To the left of us on their side, that's a down line. That was all that's been there since this line was built. This side of the viaduct is obviously the newer side, the 1892 onwards. And we are heading to the tunnels, which we hear are now open, and will potentially, or at least being campaigned for, part of a larger cycle route. I think the ultimate goal is to almost make as much as this as possible a cycle route,
That'd be cool.
which would be amazing. But obviously one of the big steps is the tunnels, and there's a really quirky story about the tunnels, which we shall tell you very shortly.
Very cool.
The cool thing about the National Library of Scotland maps is it spans a few different eras, and you can almost date some of the quarries and some of the features around here, because this line went from single to double, as we've said, and because of that you can tell that when it was single, well, there was no quarry down there, but when the line was doubled, the quarry appeared, and there was a big incline that went right down into it. So up ahead of us are the tunnels. Now, the tunnels do tell a very interesting story. Again, it was single track when it was first built, and they had the 242-yard Windsor Hill tunnel. And when it was doubled, obviously they needed to make another tunnel, because the original was obviously only single bore. There was no intention to make this branch double. So they built another tunnel, which I think was about 130 yards long. Torches at the ready. So even 1892, the whole bottom part from the curve down is completely masonry lined, and the top looks like engineering brick, that kind of material. All the way through again. It's dead straight. I don't know if this was slightly elliptical. It certainly looks like the wall comes back, but I'm not sure it comes back enough to be a inverted, what's the word I'm looking for? Inverted.
I know what you mean. I can't think either.
Yeah, like
an oval.
Yeah, a complete semicircle. Yeah. Especially the fact that the bottom half is masonry, so that would suggest that perhaps it's not. Now, back in the original tunnel, when they closed the line, they immediately fenced it up, and I understand that Rolls-Royce tested one of the Concorde jet engines in for a period of time, like 5, 6, 7 years. After they did that and they closed it all up again, they put signs on there saying potential danger because of radioactive oil from that testing. So that's certainly one way to keep out, but I didn't know oil could be radioactive.
I didn't know that either.
No. Is that a thing, people, or was that just a scare tactic?
Concorde now.
Is that just a scare tactic to keep people out? I feel like it is. I feel like radioactive oil on an aeroplane, a commercial aeroplane, wouldn't be a thing, but who knows?
But then if you're going to see a sign and it just says danger, people tend to ignore it, don't they?
Yes.
A lot of people.
But also that's a
but
bit...
if you put radioactive in front of it, most people will go, ooh,
yeah,
actually I'm not going there.
This is obviously the Friends of the Windsor Hill tunnels. I'll pop their link in the description below.
Done a fabulous job.
Done a fabulous job indeed. But already there's people coming through it, walking their dog behind us. Don't know if you can see them or not. But this isn't open yet, but people are enjoying it. This is what it should be all about. When we came here last time, we felt we were sneaking around. But yet here we are now. It's open, you know, it's permissive, it's sensible. There's nothing unsafe about that tunnel in a million years.
Nope, it's lovely.
So let's enjoy it. Let's open these places up and enjoy them. Rant over, let's clamber over here and have a look, see if the other one is even remotely open. It's a bit squishy underfoot, but we'll have a look and show you inside anyway. The Radioactive tunnel. I mean, there's a thumbnail, right, and title.
The Radioactive
The
tunnel.
Radioactive tunnel. Sorry, that's how you come up with a thumbnail, people, and clickbait title. Well, that's not clickbait, it's
Legit bait.
legit bait. So after that was closed, as we said, they used it, Rolls-Royce used it for one of their engine testing for the Concorde, and radioactive oil was present in there by all accounts. I'm not sure that's the thing. I'm sure I'll be corrected in the comments, right?
I'm sure you will.
But yeah, that's the tunnel. That remains closed. Probably will remain closed. Whilst the upline will remain open for future public use.
There's probably no real reason to open both, is there?
No, completely, and that's completely cool.
Yeah.
The fact is now you can walk all the way up and down this route is wonderful.
Definitely.
So we hope you enjoyed this little vlog of ours from the Windsor Hill tunnels and the beautiful Hamwood Viaduct. It's a favourite area of ours. If you're in the south of England, I would urge you to come and have a look at all of this old railway infrastructure. It's very beautiful. In the meantime, we will see you next Sunday. Also,
No. We won't see them because they're watching us.
we did that joke.
I'm sorry, I'm doing it again.
There you are. Rebecca's been doing a behind the scenes of today,
Yeah.
so pop over to Rebecca's channel if you want to see more silliness, a lot more silliness.
I don't do silliness. What are you talking about?
Link in the doobly-doo below, people. Goodbye.